Hello everyone, welcome to the online video tutorial series of computer network subject. This is our third video of Unit 1 Introduction to Computer Network and Internet. So in first two videos, I already covered about introduction about computer network, understanding of network and internet. In second video, I covered the first part of our the network edge. In that, I already covered what is exactly our communication is working using peer-to-peer and client-server model, and also discuss about the basic idea about the connection-oriented and connection method. So let's discuss the remaining topic of network edge in this video. So when we are talking about the network edge, then how that particular endpoint devices are working. So for that, network is used a very popular keyword that is all about the topologies. So when we are talking about the network topology, it is a systematic description of our network arrangement. How the number of devices at the number of ends, both the ends are designed or structured by our network administrator. That is our topology. So a network topology is the arrangement with which a computer systems or network devices are connected with each other. For example, if I have two devices X and Y, if I directly connect these particular devices, that is my first method. If my X and Y devices are connected with one central node and then they are connected with each other, so this will be it. And we have number of approaches using that our devices are connected. So in real time, we are network administrator are design this type of systematic arrangement. That is all about the network topology. So basically, network topology is categorized into 6 parts, or we can say that it is a 6 types of our computer network topologies. That is all about bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. So basically, when we are seeing a number of devices are connected with each other, they lies from under these 6 categories. How these topologies are working, how they are designed, let's discuss one by one. So first is all about the bus topology. So bus topology is a network type in which every computer and network devices are connected with single cable only. So when we are talking about the bus topology, number of devices are connected with single cable of line. We can say that it is our line cable or network cable. So you can see that particular topology architecture in our figure. Device 1, device 2 is there, device 3 is there. All that devices are connected with each other via this cable line only. So the purpose of this cable line is to establish the connection or establish or arrange one network between the number of devices. So what are the features, advantages of that? It can transmit the data in one direction only. Second, every device is connected with a single link. But advantages is that is a cost effective, very easy to install. In the cost, it is very cheaper, but we can use in the small network, and we can easily understand what are the line, what are the devices, etc. But what are the disadvantages? If my cable is failure, then the entire network will be on the downside. So it is all about the cable here. If cable length is limited, then network cannot be expanded. If cable is failure, then our whole network will be on the downside. So well, we can use this type of topology. So small offices, in home, if number of devices are less, our specific geographical location area is smaller, at that time we can use this topology. Now we are moving to our next topology, that is a ring topology. So ring keywords is telling that it is one circular. So here ring topology is working in the same way. So it is called a ring topology because it is a form as a ring. Each and every computer is connected to another computer. With at least they are connected with 2 devices. each device is connected with another two devices. What are the features of this topology? So a number of repeaters are used and the transmission is unit. So data transfer is also very efficiently because each and every one can connected with each other. Here we are first before transmission we are deciding in which direction data is transferring. It is maybe clockwise, it might be anti-clockwise. Advantage is that we can easily transfer the data. The length cable, what are the issues is of our bus topology is reduced because cable length is here limited to between two devices only. If you want to expand, it can be used for the next cable. But disadvantage, if this cable is cutting down right now, then what happens? All that systems are not connected with each other because one line is broken. But advantage is that between two devices where the line is not broken, communication is there. But we can say that if whole network is on the downside, it is the only reason of the cable here. So this is the disadvantage of our ring topology. Now we are moving to the star topology. So when we are talking about the star topology, it is not connected via a central device, that is our hub. So all computers are connected to a central hub through a cable and the hub is a central node. If number of devices in a network want to communicate, then they contact hub only. They are not directly contacted because hub is the central point. Hub is knowing that what are the number of devices are connected to this particular central hub and they want to communicate with each other. So it is first time maintenance or first time establishment cost is on the higher side. But once it is establishment, it is easy to handle as compared to previous two topologies. But what is the disadvantage? If we are talking about the disadvantage, if hub is on the downside, if hub is failure, then all that particular devices which are in the network are not communicate with each other. If we want to improve the performance, then cable type will be different cable type will be used. If we are using fiber optic, then it gives the maximum output here. So this is all about the star topology. Now we are moving to the mesh topology. So mesh topology is working on the concept of point to point. So when we are talking about the point to point, then each and every device of our network is connected with all other devices. You can see this figure, particular first device is connected with the remaining three devices. The same as my second device is also connected with the remaining three devices. That's why we can say that it is a fully connected, it is a robust, but it is not flexible because if we want to move one device, then all other device is also creates one issue here because for example my first device is removed, then the dependency of first device is on another three devices according to this figure. So if we want to change my topology, if I want to add one device, if I want to remove one device, then it is quite difficult here. But if we are talking about the reliability, so mesh topology having the highest reliability as compared to all other topologies. But here cabling is required more here because as per the speaker we can say that number of connection is on the higher side. So more cable is required. So if we can say that what are the number of connection is required. So number of connection is more than the previous three topologies in our mesh topologies. Now we are moving to our next topology, that is all about the tree topology. So when we are talking about the tree topology, it uses the concept of tree here, simple tree. So in tree we know already that one root is there, then root having left and right child nodes, then that nodes also having some child. The same concept is used by this tree topology. So according to this figure, one central root is there, then one left child is there, one right child is there, then this left child having another two child is there. So according to this terminology, if some geographical location, if organization is specifically divide that particular department and department having that specific server and that specific server having some root or central server, at that time we can use this type of topology. But in tree topology, we have to take care about that. It requires minimum 3 levels. If we starting from 0, then 0, 1, 2. If we are starting from 1, then 1, 2, 3. In tree topologies, we require minimum 3 layers. Otherwise, it is not considered as a tree topology. But if we are talking about the disadvantage here, then we also take care about the root, or we can say that parent node. If parent node is failure, then the entire topologies are on the downside, because these two childs are not communicate with each other. Now we are moving to next topology. It is all about hybrid topology. If we are talking about hybrid topology, it is a combination of multiple topologies of previous one, that might be bus, ring, tree, or mesh. If we are talking about the hybrid, then it will be used according to the need. If I am using the combination of mesh and tree, I can use the combination of bus and star. According to the uses, network administrator will decide which topology will be used. So that is all about the topologies. Now we are moving to the next topic, that is all about the transmission medium. So which type of cabling or which type of medium is used to transfer the data, that is all about the transmission medium. Using our data will be transferred from source to destination. So it is broadly categorized into the two parts. First is guided, it is all about the physical transmission mode, and second is unguided, that is my wireless transmission medium. So that will be divided into this particular subcategories. Let's understand transmission media in detail. So first is all about our guided media. In that first type is our twisted pair. So we are talking about the cabling type. So first is twisted pair. So twisted pair cable consists two consolidated copper wires. That copper wire is all about 1 mm thick. You can see in this particular figure, the cross section is given, in that two encapsulated wire is given of coppers. The two wires are twisted together. Here helical form is given and they are gently twisted with each other. So twisting is done because two parallel wires consist of fine antenna, that two cables poles will be directly connected with our antenna. So if we are putting this type of encapsulation, then noise will be removed. So it is a very simple definition and description of our twisted pair. Now we are moving to the types of twisted pair. So that will be divided into the two parts, unshielded twisted pair and shielded twisted pair. So first we are moving to the unshielded twisted pair. So unshielded twisted pair is divided into the two parts, category 3 and category 5. So you can see both these types in this particular figure. Category 3 UTP and category 5 UTP. So when we are talking about the category 3 twisted pair, so it having the simple twisted pair commonly based, and it is used in mostly offices where the particular cabling is used. When we are talking about the category 5, then it is a more advanced twisted pair, because when we are talking about the category 5 UTP, it is a more twist per centimeter. So the twist area will be covered by UTP 3. Category 3 is lesser, while category 5 is higher. So when we are providing good quality using twisted pair, then we can use category 5 cable. Now we are moving to the second type, that is your shielded twisted pair. So when we are talking about this shielded twisted pair cable, it has a metal coil. So above that particular twisted gentle pair, we are using the metal coil, or we can say it is a braided mesh cover. Mesh cover will be there. So mesh cover is used for removing noise here. If the long distance are covering using twisted pair, then it is a good use of our shielded twisted pair as compared to unshielded twisted pair. This will be used in telephony system. In LAN, we can already know 100 base T cable, 1000 base T cable. At that time, we are using the twisted pair cables. Now we are moving to next cable, that is all about the coaxial cable. So when we are talking about the coaxial cable, it is generally used in our uh, telephonic, or sorry, it is used in our cable TV. So in that we are using this type of structures. One particular copper cable will be in the insulator. In particular cable, copper cable will be covered by our insulator. Then after, our copper wire will be there, and in that particular black capsule is there. So the structure of this particular cable is such a way that 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 particular data will be traveled over the long distance, and it minimize the noise. So the insulator is accessed by the cylindrical conductor, and the outer conductor is covered by the protector plastics. So if atmospheric and any other noise will be there, it will be reduced by this one type of cable. Now we are moving to fiber optic cable. So when we are talking about the data transferring over the long distance, then fiber optic will be used. Fiber optic cable is made with glass or plastic jet that transmit a signal in the form of light, where in the previous two, that is the form of signals, where here data will be traveled on the form of light. We already know light speed is very much higher than the form of our signal. That's why fiber optic can traverse over the huge area. It can cover large, up to few kilometers when we want to transfer the data. So optical fiber is used the concept of reflection through the channel. So here glass and plastic core is surrounded by the cladding here. That cladding is all about the glass or plastic with high density. The difference in density of two material must be such that beam is lighting moving through a core and reflected off a cladding instead of being the reflected. So due to this particular physics law, our particular signal in the form of converted into the light, and it covers the long distance. Now we are moving to the second type, that is unguided or wireless transmission medium. So when we are talking about the unguided, it's transport the electromagnetic waves without using any physical conductors. So when we are talking about the guided, in all three parts they are using the physical cables, but when we are talking about the unguided manner, they are not using any physical conductor. So basically it is broadly categorized into the radio waves, microwaves, infrared and light wave transmission. So when we are talking about the radio wave transmission, we already know the radio wave is easy to generate from this centralized center that can travel a long distance and it penetrate a building also. So when the radio waves comes through this particular atmosphere, if any obstacle is there, it can change its direction, but the strength of that particular signal become a weaker. Radio waves also omnidirectional, so it can target some specific region also. At high frequency, radio waves transfer travels a straight line, bounce of also obstacles. Now we are moving to the microwave transmission. So when we are talking about the microwave, that is travel in the straight line also. If the tower are too far from the apartment, then earth will get in the way. So repeaters are used because our signal strength is here becoming low. Unlike a radio wave, a lower frequency microwave do not pass through the building because the frequency is here very high, so it can not generate that type of power. Now next is all about the infrared. So when we are talking about the infrared, then it is the purpose of infrared waves are very limited. When we want to communicate up to very few distance, at that time infrared will be used. So we are using the remote controlling television, VCR, then in the military system they are communicating over this particular channel. They all are using the infrared communication. So in this today's video, I briefly explained the remaining topic of network code. In that I explain about the topologies, how the topologies are working, how they are designed, and I also covered about the transmission media in the form of guided and unguided. In this video, I also cover about the basic terminologies of network code. In next video, I will cover the remaining topic of unit number 1. Thank you for watching this video.